You're listening to Search the Scriptures Daily, a program in which we encourage everyone who desires to know God's truth to look to God's Word for all that is essential for salvation and living one's life in a way that is pleasing to Him. In this first segment of our Search the Scriptures Daily program, we are going to take a look at what is seducing the world as opposed to the church. Although, Dave, since much of the church is in the world as well as the world being in the church, it's definitely not excluded from what is deceiving the world. The latest phenomenon that is capturing the hearts and minds of people throughout the U.S. is called The Secret. The Secret is a 80-minute video and a book based upon the video that was given huge publicity by Oprah Winfrey, Larry King, I believe Good Morning America. Other TV programs have featured some of the principal people involved in The Secret. When it was on the Oprah Winfrey show, Walmart, Costco, completely sold out of The Secret. And Dave, it's a phenomenon. I know you're familiar with the material, but and you don't think much of it. Okay, I'll let you speak for yourself. But it's amazing. 17 weeks on the New York Times bestseller list.
Just somewhere on it or on top?
No, top. Right now, as we're doing this program, it's number one on the New York Times bestseller list. There are 6 million copies of the book have been sold, 2 million DVDs. So for whatever we think of it, it's impressing a lot of people out there, and they're lining up to take it in. Now, Dave, what I want to do is start with what Oprah has to say about it. We have a film clip as well as an audio clip for our listeners. So let's run that. So obviously, Oprah's really impressed with this, and I think there are reasons that she should be. She's been into this for a long time. People claim that she's a Christian. Maybe she's professed to be a Christian. As a matter of fact, somebody wrote to us that saw the program. I didn't see the program in which she featured this, but supposedly I was told that a person stood up and said that she was a Christian and she wasn't into it, and she was shut down, in effect. And Oprah said she didn't see anything wrong with it, that she was a Christian and so on. But from what I know about her, what I've read of her material, she's very much into mind science, religious science. One of her good friends and mentors, perhaps, is Della Reese. What do we know about Della Reese and Robert Schuller, for example?
Della Reese has been working with Robert Schuller for a long time. Della Reese is part of the Church of Religious Science.
Correct.
And basically, they believe the same thing that this secret is supposedly all about.
Well, Schuller's all, for those that don't know, I say, well, what's wrong with Robert Schuller? Mr. Possibility Thinking. This is more mind science, unity school of Christianity than it is certainly biblical Christianity.
Yeah, it has nothing to do with the Bible. It's not what the Bible teaches. And, of course, the secret is anti-biblical, anti-God. But I guess you want to get into that a little bit later. But let me just say this. Anybody who reads the book or watches the video, DVD, an immediate question arises. Where is all this power coming from?
Mm-hmm.
You know, the universe. Oh, the universe. You're sending out frequencies into the universe, and it will give you whatever you want. And then I noticed that at one point in the book, they make the outrageous statement that, quantum mechanics, quantum physics says that the whole universe came from a thought. Well, now, anybody's thinking a little bit. Who was thinking before the universe was created? I mean, what is this thought that's out there before the universe was created that caused the universe to be created? Well, thoughts just kind of floating around out there somewhere, infinite and eternal, without beginning, without end. You have to have a thinker for there to be a thought. But I did see God, the word, once in the book. I haven't thoroughly read every page of the book. but
Dave,
not the God of the Bible.
Well, when you get to the end, and we'll sort of build to this. Well, we'll just lay it out because we're going to be discussing this over the next couple of weeks. But the bottom line is, we're gods. Everything is God. This is a pantheistic worldview.
Right. It's like a religious science of mind. They're all related. The Church of Religious Science was founded by Ernest Holmes, and he puts it like this. There's a universal mind out there somewhere, but oddly enough, this universal mind, or the great mind or whatever, doesn't have a mind of its own, because it will do whatever we want it to do. So this great mind that apparently created this universe that has always existed, the mind that is, just exists to give us what we want. And that's a theme over and over and over in this book or in the video. You can have whatever you want. You can be whatever you want. So it's a very selfish concept. Again, I mean, you're telling me, Tom, I haven't followed this, that this is a sensation. The world is going wild. They're buying this. And if you have just a little common sense, okay? Let's say we've got 10 guys in a corporation. General Motors. I want to be president of General Motors. No, Tom, you want to be president of General Motors. Some other people want to be president. But we can each have whatever we want. How many presidents are we going to have of General Motors? How is this going to sort itself out? How about, I'd like to be president of the United States. Yeah, Hillary, she wants to, but she's going to be thinking these thoughts, and she can have whatever she wants. Look, you got real serious problems.
Dave, but don't you find, let's look at the heart of man, which Jeremiah tells us, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? In other words, our natural beings, we gravitate toward things that are covetous, that are greedy.
Sure.
And those, doesn't that oftentimes override our reason? Oh, man, if I just could get that winning lottery number, and I don't have enough to eat.
Well, you got another good point, Tom. How many thousands of people are thinking these positive thoughts now? They can create whatever they want, and they're all going to become lottery winners.
Yeah. Well, they try and cover that.
Work.
They try and cover that in the book. They say there's no end of supply in the genie out there, the universal mind.
No end of supply, but there's an end of supply when you've got one prize.
Yeah. Well, that's why it was a good point to make about if there's one position and 10 people want it, now you've got some problems.
And furthermore, Tom, immediately, this is Star Wars Force all over again.
Without a doubt.
Immediately, they tell you right up front, it has nothing to do with morals.
Right.
This universe, give you whatever you want, good or bad.
Take the dark side or the light side.
Yeah, good or bad.
Go with Darth Vader.
Even, yeah. So you think negative thoughts, you think of disasters and so forth. Well, that's what you're going to get. Universe will give it to you. And they actually lay this out. The Holocaust. It wasn't the fault of Hitler. These people brought it upon themselves. They were all thinking negative thoughts. They were thinking Holocaust thoughts, if you can imagine. And somehow 6 million of them got together on the same thought. And that brought this thing about. Tom.
Dave, what about tsunami thoughts?
Yeah.
Look what happened.
Right.
The tragic things that take place on the earth, it's because people have drawn those things to themselves. It is ridiculous, Dave, because, as you say, people are not thinking it through, on the one hand. On the other hand, these ideas, we go back to the Garden of Eden, right?
Of course. In Genesis, you learn God created the universe. You learn that He had a purpose. And
For more information about the Berean call us toll-free at our order number or visit our website,